You can bet your bottom dollar. Great programming coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Stand by. Hold on. Talk at its finest, coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. In about 2 minutes, stand by. We know what guys are talking about. Stand by. A great show coming up next on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. In about 30 seconds. Stand by. Don't go away. Stop. If they're talking about it at the barbershop, we're talking about it here on SME. Great show coming up in about 30 seconds. Don't go away. Stand by. It's time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Another great product on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yeah! All right, let's get this going today.
Warning. Listening to the Doug Stewart Show may cause sore throat from arguing about sports so much, increased knowledge of sports and sports issues, short tolerance for BS sports shows. You will start referring to yourself as a Stewie, consistent visits to the Doug Stewart Show chat room to talk ish, a sudden craving for boiled peanuts.
Sir.
Better luck with the ladies, better luck with the fellas. A deep
Yes,
appreciation
sir.
for 80s and 90s hip hop music and an uncontrollable urge to donate
Good
money to
morning,
Doug Stewart Show.
Stewies.
Enjoy.
Oh, I feel good. I'm going to give it to you raw. No Vaseline.
What?
That didn't
It
sound
was
right.
at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
And that's figuratively.
That
not
didn't sound
literally,
right at all.
Because I don't get down like that.
Good
You know what
morning,
I mean.
Stewies.
The realest, the trillest sports talk show in
Good
America.
morning,
the Doug
Stewies.
Stewart Show.
Let's go! Let's go! Yeah! Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Tribute Tuesday, and oh boy, we got a lot of great things planned for you today, as we do every single day. Shots out and good morning to all of the Stewies. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah. June 21st, 2016 is going down. Bring it back, Puff, one more time. Bring it back. Yeah. Yeah. Yes! Yeah. Thank you so much for joining your boy. What's happening? Good morning to all of the Stewies. Thank you so much for joining me on the Doug Stewart Show, the realest, trillest sports and guy talk show in America. And, man, shots out and good morning to all of the Stewies. I'll tell you what a Stewie is here in a second. If you're new to the show, man, we got a packed schedule for you today. A lot of stuff going down on the Doug Stewart Show and on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Yeah. Good morning to all of the Stewies. If you're new to the show, though, first of all, if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, a couple things you need to do. You need to go to Spreaker.com. That's speaker with an R. Spreaker.com. Search and find the Doug Stewart Show. Once you do find it, Hit the follow button. That's very important that you hit the follow button. So whenever this show or any other show goes live, you will be alerted. That's very important that you do that. And then the second thing you need to do, all right, you need to do this. You need to have this in your life, is to click on the chat bubble, all right? And jump into the best chat room in the world, man, and post your thoughts. I call it the Fantasy Island of Sports and Guy Chat. The people inside that chat room are my family. They are the Stewies. Yes! Good morning, Stewies! Yeah. And so post your thoughts in there, man, and I read a lot of it throughout the show. It adds to the show. I call the Stewies my co-hosts, my wingmen. And so they definitely add a lot to the show, man. So post your thoughts in there, whatever we are talking about on the show. You can also call the show, old school style, 404-382-0338. You can also email me, even older school style. Email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. And, get into all of the conversation that we have going on. Today is a Tribute Tuesday. And so what we do on Tuesdays is we pay homage to a legendary artist, a legendary music artist, whether it's solo, group, or what have you. And today, man, we're going to pay homage to the great, and I do mean the great, rest in peace, rest his soul, the great Rick James, bitch. I'm Rick James. Yeah. James Ambrose Johnson Jr. That's right, James Ambrose Johnson Jr. And the way I got Rick James is I was just riding in the car the other day, man, and the DJ was playing like a little Rick James little set, and I was like, damn, Rick James was a bad boy. But his name, once again, is James Ambrose Johnson Jr., born February 1st, 1948, was an American musician, composer, and actor, influenced by singers such as Marvin Gaye and Smokey Robinson. He started singing in doo-wop and R&B groups as a teenager in his hometown of Buffalo, New York. So today, man, we've got a lot more information about the great Rick James. Today, coming back from breaks, we'll play his music. We'll talk about his bio a little bit more. We kind of teach the youngins around here about classic artists, man. This is kind of like a show where we like to educate the youth. And so today, we're going to educate you on the great Rick James. He's more than just a character on the Chappelle Show, you numbskulls. You little youngins, you greenhorns, more than that. So we'll talk about Rick James today. Also, man, you see the title of today's show, more NBA Finals fallout. LeBron James talking cash-ish. T-shirts. A good time to call it quits. Statues. As well as we got a little bit of NFL news and notes today on the Doug Stewart Show. Hey, man, we got a couple of shows coming up today on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. All right, today at 12 noon, immediately following my show. You don't even have to log out or anything. We're kind of going to give you a preview of this particular show. It's Dating Women Podcast, the Dating Women Podcast. Doc Love, all right? So it's from Doc Love. He's interviewed over 10,000 women, and he takes your calls. He can tell you what you need to get your dating on right. So today, a little different, man. Doc Love airing today at 12 noon. The Doc Love Show airing today at 12 noon. The Dating a Woman Podcast, Women Podcast, right here on SME. So stay tuned for that. You don't have to log out or anything like that. Yeah. So it's kind of like a preview, so you don't have to log out or anything like that, which you normally do with all the other shows. Just stay tuned, and immediately following me at 12 noon, Dating Women Podcast, the Dating Women Podcast from Doc Love. Very interesting, very different for SME, but I like it. I like it a lot. So stay tuned for that. And then at around 12:15, the Dating Women Podcast is only 15 minutes long. So then at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time, around 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time, we got the Kicking It with Kesey show. My man Kesey, man, comes on and talks about growing up black and funny memories as a kid, vacations, eating out, punishment, soul food, old school remedies, and a whole lot more. That's the Kicking It with Kesey show today at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And then following the Kicking It with Kesey show, we've got the Underground Railroad show with my man T from Huntsville, a.k.a. That Ninja. In this particular episode, T is talking about the NBA Finals, his NFL thoughts, as well as a little Father's Day touch and some things that your father taught you while you were growing up. So that's going to be around 1:30 p.m. today, Eastern Time. The Underground Railroad show with my man T from Huntsville. Yes! So, I'm sure you've seen, there's a lot of cool little stories, and you are listening to the Doug Stewart Show. There's a lot of little cool stories out there after the NBA Finals the other night. LeBron James talking ish, LeBron James' shirt, statues. We'll get into all of that, man. But I wanted to kind of start with this. I'm sure you've seen the picture and the Instagram post from LeBron James. I kind of wanted to set the stage with this Instagram post. He said, "They said you lost a step. Wasn't explosive as once was. The best days was in the," I guess he's saying rear view, but he put real view. The rear view. Question your drive, your leadership, your commitment. You don't have killer instinct. Going back home is the worst mistake in your career. He got the coach fired. Players traded. Won't work between him and Kyrie. Him and Kev won't work. Love your teammates too much. There's no way he can deliver a championship in his hometown, etc., etc., etc. But guess what? That's none of my business. Yeah. That's none of my business. And then he's got hashtag strive for greatness. Hashtag this one's for the land. Hashtag put some respect on my name. Ha 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 ha. Yes, sir. Oh my gosh. And he's wearing the little Kermit sipping on tea hat. He's holding the trophy, head down. I mean, you got to love it, man. So this cat's been listening, and a lot of times these athletes say they don't listen to what people say about them. That's not the case. I mean, everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be loved. Now, you cannot let it eat you up or whatever when people criticize you or whatever, but they pay attention. These athletes pay attention, and the great ones use that disrespect or that hate as fuel. And LeBron James clearly has used it as fuel. Every little storyline about LeBron James over this past year, really over the last couple of years, he summed up in an Instagram post. And so he was thinking about it. And, hey, man, what are you going to say now? What are you going to say now? We're going to talk about this a little bit more, man, and a lot of other little stories when we get back from the break. LeBron had on a classic T-shirt. We'll talk about that. We'll jump into your chat. We'll read a lot of chat today, man, and get your thoughts. Ratings for the NBA Finals, man. Statues being erected. A lot of stuff still post NBA Finals with the Cleveland Cavaliers of the 2015-16 NBA champions. Don't go away. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Don't go away.
The number one Chief Rocket Jersey firm.
Lonely Hearts Cafe.
Spicy conversations.
It's Vince Wright, the sports governor from Minnesota.
Man, Deli
Microwave.